Micromax has come a long way since the first Android phone they came out with, the A60. It was a basic Android phone with basic touchscreen capabilities and a very basic camera. The company's come a long way since then. It started competing with many smartphone manufacturers, including the world's #1, I believe, Samsung right now. So Micromax has now come out with the A110 Superphone Canvas 2. The phone is powered by a dual-core processor. It has an 8-megapixel camera, a front-facing camera, a 5-inch capacitive touchscreen display, and impressive looks. But does the phone actually compete with smartphones available in the market for higher price? Let's take a look. The A110 is priced at 9,990 rupees and is available in the market today. There is a shortage of supply simply because the phone packs in a lot of features for a price that is meager, to be said, compared to the other devices. The phone is, however, powered by a MediaTek processor compared to many other companies that provide Qualcomm processors, Nvidia processors, and even Samsung's own Exynos processors. In comparison to those, the performance on MediaTek processors is much low. You can't really compare a generic or branded, so to speak, processor compared to a MediaTek processor. MediaTek as a processor company is not there yet. They have the capability of making powerful chipsets, but then the price goes up, and at a higher price, companies prefer to use chipsets made by Qualcomm or by Nvidia or even by Samsung. If we talk about basic functionality, the phone is very nicely built. You talk about the build quality, the phone has exceptional lines. You have a really nice chrome bezel on the side. The back panel is exceptionally well built. It is really solid. It has this grippage that really feels nice in the hand, and the design is such that it does not attract any dust, and even if it does, a simple wipe with a cloth will clean it off. The buttons are nice and tactile, and the 3.5mm jack is solid, and you can plug in any hands-free into that without issues. The camera bezel is raised and is prone to scratching a lot. It sits above the phone, so when you put it down on a table, you will notice that the camera lens will start to get a lot of scratches. When we power on the screen, it looks really nice and vivid. Viewing angles are also very decent on the screen, more than you can expect from a device of this value actually. The phone is running Android ice cream sandwich, so you get multitasking and all those features in the device as well. The phone also has a standard notification panel which does have a quick launch, which makes it really convenient to switch on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS. Where many companies have dropped this option, Micromax has included it in their notification panel. Let's talk about what essentially makes up this phone. It's the phone capabilities. The Micromax A110 is an excellent phone. We saw solid networks throughout our usage, and making calls is fairly simple, and making a selection of the SIM card is also fairly simple. You can only run one 3G SIM card in there and one 2G SIM card. You do have Wi-Fi hotspot capabilities, and data capabilities were also good. They were fast and responsive. Messaging on the device is also fairly simple. You get a very stock dialer. You get a very stock keyboard on the device, which is capable of fast messaging if you get used to the keyboard. You can also install several alternatives from the Google Play Marketplace and is easy to use. The wide screen makes it really nice to use your fingers on it. It is slightly longer and less wide, so all sizes of hands, including small hands, big hands, will fit nicely on this keyboard. When we talk about internet browser capabilities, the phone is capable of loading full sorts of websites. No issues with that whatsoever. The internet browser is capable of loading full websites and is also capable of loading flash content. Because it's running ice cream sandwich, it runs full flash content without any issues. Scrolling, panning, zooming, everything seems to be really fast and smooth on this device with no issues whatsoever. Again, text is loaded quite nice, and you can switch from portrait to landscape. Viewing angles remain nice and text remains crisp while browsing through. Images pop out, and the overall display looks really nice while using it for internet browsing. Video playback on the A110 is also good. We get nice HD video playback on the device, as well as full HD streaming capabilities from YouTube as well.
Superphone Canvas.
So video playback is smooth and jitter-free. Like I said, audio quality is also fairly decent, not the best. If you're watching a movie, using headphones is recommended. The included hands-free kit is just basic and you won't really enjoy any sort of music capability from it either. So it is recommended that you get a third-party hands-free kit that makes your life much more easier and the phone usage a lot more better. Now we've already done benchmarks, so if you want extensive benchmark reports, you can visit our video for benchmarks, and we'll put a link on the screen right now, so you can click that link and visit our benchmarks video. It'll also be in the suggested videos below, so you can check that out and look at the benchmark results. Overall performance in terms of benchmarks is fairly decent. It ranks in about 2000 odd in the quadrant standard benchmark, which makes it fairly decent for the price it's available at. The phone does have a 1 GHz dual core processor as recommended for the usage of such a device, and it also has only 512 MB of RAM, which makes usage of the phone slightly not so great. You can run games from the past like Asphalt 6, but games like Asphalt 7 don't really work on this device. Gaming for games which do work is fairly decent. It's not the best gaming experience that you can expect from a device, especially Android phones nowadays are really capable of high graphic games. These phones, the Micromax A110 for example, is not capable of high-end gaming, and that is something that may disappoint a lot of users. Basic gaming on this is fairly simple, and you can play games like Temple Run and Frontline Commando as demonstrated in our gaming video, which is also linked on the video right now, so you can visit that video to check out gaming on this device. Let's talk about the camera on this device. The camera is capable of capturing 720p video along with 8 megapixel stills. The camera is a huge improvement over the A100, which was the canvas one, which didn't do a great job of photography. You do have tap to focus on this camera, which works fairly well. You do have a zoom toggle as well. Two interesting shooting modes, including close-up panorama and standard panorama, work really well. Stitching of the images is absolutely brilliant. We did a full review on the camera, which is also linked on the video right now, so you can check that out. The camera also has several modes, including HDR. You have white balance settings, you have tons of effects. So the camera on this device, if you're going to buy a device for this value and you do a lot of photography, you're actually going to enjoy using the camera on this. For the device, you have 3 GB of storage, out of which about 512 MB is used by the system. So let me quickly jump into storage and I'll show you what it looks like. If I jump into storage right now, you'll be able to see that internal storage is about 503 MB, which is used by apps, and only 268 MB is available for the user. But an internal SD card of about 2 GB plus is available, which stores your data, and then you can add an external SD card, like we have added an 8 GB SD card. So you can add an external SD card to store your videos and photographs, etc. Now the display is fairly good. Outside daylight viewability is also pretty decent. It's not the best as I would have recommended it to be, but again, everything comes down to the price. The viewing capabilities of the display is much improved when compared to the first generation of the canvas. The phone is very nicely built and is an exceptional device to get at this price. It almost feels like the Galaxy Note 2, and in terms of size comparison is almost identical. It's slightly, in terms of size comparison, the screen is slightly bigger than that of the Galaxy S3. If I place it right next to the Galaxy Note 2, you will see apparent design likenesses between both the devices. Now again, Micromax is not essentially the OEM designer for this product, so they possibly buy these products from third-party manufacturers, so that's why these devices look like this. But nevertheless, there are certain designs or design elements that Micromax induces into these devices, and the back cover is exceptionally well built. The phone feels exceptionally well in the hand, and performance-wise, as a day-to-day phone, it's really good. You get basic gaming, you get really nice phone call capabilities, you get a nice and large screen with a really nice display which is capable of playing back HD video, gives you a lot of media. It's more of a multimedia phone, so it gives you a lot of media capabilities and is a lot of fun to use. So if you look at it from that respect, it's an excellent phone. But if you're looking at it from a gaming and performance perspective, then you're in the wrong price category. Then you need to spend a lot more money to go into a higher price category so that you can get a device which is capable of doing you justice when it comes to gaming. But for a price of about 10,000 rupees, a large screen, an exceptionally good camera for the price is what this phone delivers. It also delivers dual SIM capabilities. It also delivers expandable storage. It also delivers a front-facing camera with video calling, and you get access to the Google Play Store. So tons of things that it delivers, but majorly due to the lack of RAM, it only has 512 megabytes of RAM. Majorly due to the lack of RAM, this device is incapable of giving you lots of performance. We'll have to see if the device can be rooted and upgraded in a fashion where it is capable or can be used to give you a lot more performance than it does out of the box. But till then, this device remains as a good option to buy, but not possibly the best option to buy. If you spend a little bit more money, you should be able to get a device which gives you a lot more value. For more details on this phone or any other phone, visit iGyaan.in. If you have any questions or queries, you can leave them in the comment section below on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Do subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaan TV. For iGyaan Networks, this is Thank you guys so much.